Okay. Good morning for today's version of Facebook Live, the 5 minute power shot on waiting and knowing. So, yesterday I talked about not waiting, right? For people who are stuck, it's like, I can't leave that job, or I can't leave my guy, or oh, woe is me, all these kinds of like stuck, icky positions that cause self harm. We're now going to switch over to the other side and talk about this type of impulsivity that doesn't know how to wait and doesn't know how to know when is the time to speak, to act. And so this waiting, not waiting, going, not going is very intrinsically directed. Like, I can't tell you wait or don't wait, do or don't do. That's something that you have to ascertain through a cultivated connection with some kind of greater power, higher self that sort of nudges and strengthens your gut instinct about the right thing to do, right? Because my right might not be right for you. But, I heard something recently, I read something recently that says unsolicited advice is a form of criticism. And I marvel at how much I have these conversations nowadays where people must jump in and say something. They must jump in and give their point of view. They must jump in and offer some sort of suggestion or solicit unsolicited advice. And I don't exactly find that helpful. And as an impulsive person with a desire to talk and a lot of things to say, I've had to learn how to curb that. And there are simple things you can do, like just listen longer than you'd like. And even it cultivates a healthy self-awareness and a healthy strength and self-esteem for me to actually sit in silence through things that make me uncomfortable. I'm not talking about things that are harmful. I'm just talking about things that make me uncomfortable. Like when someone's talking about something and I have a different point of view. But it actually helps me and helps my self-esteem to sit through those kinds of things and just be like, ooh, what's going on inside me? And why do I want to redirect and interject? And it's not because really, I'll convince myself that it's because the other person is wrong, but it's in fact because I'm so uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable with the way that they think or act or the way that they see things because it rubs up against my own sense of what I believe and feel is right. So in conversations, if you're someone prone to jumping in frequently and being impulsive, then learn to just kind of sit back and allow these feelings to course through you and know that it's going to be okay if someone's totally wrong and you let them be totally wrong. And there is a time and there will be a space as you learn better assertive communication to retort. And this is all about the knowing. That part is all about this higher self, higher power, which can redirect you and strengthen you into someone who knows when the right time is to interject, suggest. And you know what? If you don't know, listen longer than you'd like, just for the sake of respect. And then when someone takes a pause, you can ask permission to interject or suggest or advise or even to criticize. And I would say something simply like, I have some thoughts about that. Is it all right with you if I share them? And or if I think it might be sensitive, I might in fact just say that and say, I just want to let you know that what I'm thinking or what I'm about to say might make you uncomfortable. So if you don't want to hear it, I'm okay with that, but I would like to share it with you. And again, this kind of stuff is that it's all about just getting comfortable with your style of communication. Because also, let me say that on the flip side, there are people who don't interrupt enough. There are people who sit back and do get really, really uncomfortable, and they tend to be more introverted people who are not as comfortable speaking up. And so for you, maybe you do want to learn how to interject and interrupt a little bit more with your thoughts, because you may be on the side of unlikely to offer advice and unlikely to speak up or speak your mind, right? So we're all just learning here, what is healthy communication? But I will say this, healthy communication is not having to get into it and insult and make people wrong because you're the only person on the planet who's figured it all out and knows what should be happening. I mean, I know like thousands of people like that right now who I've figured it out and I know what's happening. So and as I speak to these ideas and these experiences, I figured out, what's happening and what I know for me. And so the perspective is that if I can share it with you and you can use it, I'll put it out. And if you like it, great. And if you think I'm full of shit, that's okay too. But the point of it is is to be helpful. The point of it is I've gone through a lot of stuff, good, bad, and ugly. And if I share it with you, I multiply it within me. I grow my sense of self. I grow my self-esteem because I understand exactly minute to minute and day to day how undeniably valuable my life experience is. So take it or leave it. I hope you have a great Saturday. And thanks for spending a couple minutes with me. Always a pleasure.